What's going on, guys? My mom has officially sponsored the channel. She bought me this diesel heater. She seen one of my last videos and saw how I was complaining about how cold it is sleeping in my truck at night, and decided to get me one of these heaters, which is awesome. Alright, we're just gonna do some searching, see if we can pull up some of these heaters that they're selling online. This is where she got it from. Diesel heaters. And see what kind of stuff we can come up with. Alright. They have all-in-one heaters. So it's got the fuel tank, it's got, I believe it's got a power supply and everything you need just in that one little unit. Here's the one like what I got for $115 is actually pretty good. Hey, babe. So this one's got a different fuel tank though, and it's 5 kilowatt. So it's a complete kit, you know. They're advertising it to, you could put in pretty much anything, a caravan. It's kind of funny. I guess the tank's a little bit smaller for the 5 kilowatt. They have different models out. I guess they don't sell the ones with the LCD screen that I got. They'll have this newer style LCD. So, I mean, if this turns out to work pretty good, it's a pretty good deal. Ain't bad. You're looking around $110 to $120, $130. Whoa, that one looks wild. It's got 4 different tubes coming out. That's cool. So, I'm sure you can find them on Amazon too, but this is like where we got ours off of. Yes, I'm home. I received the package from New Jersey. Well, that's where they shipped it out of the warehouse. And it's actually from China. Which is okay though, because I've heard good things about this product. So let's get into it. Like, got the tank, just some other stuff laying on top, just the exhaust pipe, mounting bracket, and sweet, some instructions. Okay, that looks like it's the heater. And this looks like all the brackets and mounting hardware and stuff. Yeah, this is the heater. Oh, it's the red one. Look at there. Nice. Got your thermostat controller. Your fuel pump. Yeah. Box of all the things you need to complete the installation. Let me lay this all out for you. Here's everything laid out. It comes with everything you need to install it. I do need a couple things for my particular installation I'm going to do. I'm really happy the way they made the mount for this, because I plan on putting it on the driver's side of my vehicle with the spout sticking out the back. So that kind of works out for where I want to put it. So you just got your hose clamps. That's the stuff for the fuel tank. You got your mounting bolts. You got your tap for your fuel line to come out of. So I'm gonna have to tap that into the tank right there. And, you know, you got all your fuel hose clamps. They give you all hardware to mount the actual unit. You got a fill filter, all the wiring that you need to wire it up. You do have to hook it up to a 12-volt battery, which I plan on running mine off of my trailer battery. And then you have your intake and your exhaust hoses, and then your air ducting to route the hot air inside the cab. And then this is a nice little vent that you can direct the airflow with. And then obviously your silencer and brackets to mount that. Depending on where you're going to mount this, you're gonna have to drill holes for to route like the exhaust and the intake right here, because this unit sits face down like that. And I'm gonna have to drill holes for this to exit out the vehicle, and also for the airflow to come inside the truck. So I'm gonna have to drill a hole through my cab so I can put this unit outside into my toolbox. I'm gonna get some rubber grommets so that way the holes that I drill, like especially for the fuel line, they're not rubbing up against the metal that I drilled out. And gotta get some hole saws so I can drill the holes big enough for this intake and exhaust, and I need a hole saw to drill out so I could route that through the inside of the truck. Just had get a little bit of extra stuff, some hole saws. This is to keep water out for the intake air, and just some rubber grommets, and I got some different mounting hardware for the fuel tank. I couldn't find any rubber grommets that could fit this, so I just got some Flex Seal. Go ahead and Flex Seal everything up, keep all the water out too. This is what I currently use as my heat, and it does okay just for a small area. It doesn't heat up the whole cab inside. Whatever it's pointing at, it'll heat up. And I normally have it facing right towards my head, and it doesn't really last that long off the battery I'm using, and I'll leave it off when I go to bed at night, and then I'll wake up freezing cold in the morning or whatever throughout the night, and I'll flick it on, and it warms me up enough for me to go back to sleep, and it only lasts for about an hour, so I wake up again freezing. Hopefully the new heater will last longer, pull less voltage. I will check the battery I'm using right now to make sure it's a good battery too. You'll want to use an external battery for your diesel heater if you're running it in a vehicle, just so you don't run your starting battery down if you're not having it on and charging while you're using it, which most cases you aren't, because you're using the diesel heater as a heat source instead of your vehicles. And then when I go to start the truck in the morning and I'm out driving throughout the day, it'll recharge the battery. This is my setup I use. I have a deep cycle battery hooked up to my trailer for the winch, and I just tap into it with an extension cord. Come in. This is the positive. I got a fuse holder, and then the negative. So that way I could run this inside the cab and power whatever I need to off the battery. I'm just gonna check the condition of the battery real quick, since I was having that issue with the electric heater only lasting a couple hours, and just want to make sure that the battery is up to snuff before I install the new diesel heater. Just gonna test the battery, and it looks like we're good good at 13 volts. Because you don't want to run the diesel heater or draw it, like the battery completely down and it shuts off because of the battery voltage. It could cause damage to it. So I guess this thing is made to replace your heater in your vehicle if it's broke or something, to have it wired in directly and running while the vehicle's running as your heater source. I hope you found the video informative and entertaining. I explained some things that you're going to need to complete the installation and some of the things that I was using for my particular situation. And I will be installing it as soon as I have time, sometime next week. So watch out for that video. Alright, hope y'all liked, and make sure to subscribe. Have a good one.